Good morning, guys. I just want to give you a morning report on Mr. Finn and Mr. Casey. I'll show you them in a minute. They're chilling on place while I give a little, just want to do a little education on the bonker, which is a tool I want both of you guys to make. So bonker is a rolled up towel. This is a bath towel, which I fold in half lengthwise and then just roll it into a tight spiral like that, like a newspaper kind of, and then you rubber band it in 3 places. And see how it's like nice and firm, it's not like wobbly, so don't use a beach towel, don't use an oversized bath towel, just use a regular old bath towel. You want something that you can carry around with you. Here's your dog acting up, bonk, right on the head, or you can toss it at them. It totally interrupts, it disrupts their state of mind, and they're like, oh my God, it's a projectile. So it really like brings them down and it calms them, chills them out. You are not hurting your dog when you bonk them. And I'm talking about a real nice pop when your dog is, so say the pizza man comes and your dog starts carrying on like a lunatic. You're going to take this bonker and you're going to go right up and pop, and then you're going to get that dog and put him either in his crate or pop him on place with a back tie, and then you'll get the pizza guy. That's just a quick little scenario because Karen and I talked about that last night. Oh, and Karen, by the way, Chewy delivered, I think at 5 a.m. this morning. I couldn't believe I opened up the door to take the dogs out, and there's Chewy. So Finn's food is here, and it wasn't here last night, so they had to deliver overnight sometime. So anyway, the bonkers are going to be extremely effective for scenarios like that. Also, for times when, like for example, Finn and Casey are both whiners, okay? So a lot of times what I'll do is I'll correct them with the e-collar, because whining is a state of mind, tells me they're not calm, they're whining because they want my attention, they want to be with their people. That's like off the table with these two. They cannot always be with their people, even if the other dogs in the house are. Remember, those dogs have earned that right. They don't have the behavior issues that these two dogs have. And these two dogs have very different behaviors, but there's still problems. And the bottom line for both of them is that they need more structure, boundaries, and people telling them, no, these are the rules, and you're not going to be with us all the time. You're not going to just jump up on the couch because you're 70 pounds and you're going to take up the whole couch and just kind of get in everybody's face and disrupt the energy. Instead, what I want you to be doing is you're going to put Finn on place. Casey's going to be on place. I'm going to show you what that looks like in just a minute. But I did want to talk about the different ways to correct your dog. So the e-collar is the easiest. You have leverage. The dog can be in the other room whining they might be on place on a back tie. They start whining. You just take your e-collar, you hit that red button, you tell them to knock it off, and they feel that sensation like, oh, they just told me to shut up, so let me be quiet. And then you can dial up the intensity as needed, because with Finn, if you don't get him right away, he'll continue to whine. And I guarantee you, if there were a house full of people here right now, or just a few people, especially his people, his family, he'd be carrying on like, whining. So that's why you want to be using the e-collar. Good morning. You want to be utilizing the e-collar, but then also the bonker is great, because once you bonk your dog, and then the next time they go to bark or something at the pizza guy or whatever the issue, you show them this bonker, and that's all it usually takes. It's rare that you need to continually bonk a dog. So keep that in mind, and please, guys, make yourselves a bonker. Do yourselves a favor. When we do our go home sessions, I always bring mine with me, and I'm going to demonstrate to you how to use it. But make yourself one ahead of time, because when I leave, like you're up, it's up to you. It's all on you then, and you've got to, have your tools ready. So you're going to have your e-collar, your prong collar, have your bonker ready, and then you're good to go. You're like all set, and just a matter of you getting into a groove of your own with your dog, and continuing the work where I left off, right? So I'm going to show you the boys. I've been talking enough, so let's get you back in place. Let me just tell you, he's been on a back tie now for probably a half hour. So I took him out first, and then when I brought him in, I popped him on place. He is on a back tie, and a back tie is just a leash, either knotted around a door, or you can use a carabiner clip or whatever. around a door handle, a heavy piece of furniture, or whatever is going to keep your dog on place. So he's a big boy, so you need to make sure, first of all, it's double knotted and it's something secure that he cannot, break, because he's a big fella. So this is attached to his prong collar. Hey, buddy. Nope, don't get up. So I'm just going to show you the whole setup. So there's the prong. It's attached to that live ring. So if he goes to get up, he's going to give himself a nice little prong pop. And that'll remind him, oh yeah, I'm supposed to stay put here. So he's doing his work. I've got Chase over here as a distraction. And then I've got, hey buddy, here's Mr. Casey. So Casey is still learning place. He was the second guy I took out this morning because Finn is well versed and knows the routine. Casey, he was back tied to the leg of my stove yesterday, and he almost pulled my stove out of the wall. So he's a super big boy. Anytime I leave the room, Casey wants to join me. So this is a really big red flag for you guys about Casey, and he's going to learn this here. But you guys have to be really aware of how much time. Here's a nice little distraction. Let's see how Casey does. You want to be aware of how much time you're spending with him, how much affection are you giving him. This goes for Finn too. Affection is a really big, it's a red flag when you're dealing with dogs with behavior problems, especially with Casey. Casey is super insecure. He will he'll fight against you for things that he does not want to do because he's insecure. And he also uses his size to get what he wants. So it's not just insecurity, and I don't want you to be like, oh, he's insecure, that's a shame. No, because under that insecurity is an attitude of, I'm going to use my body to get what I want. I'm insecure about this. I'm not going to do it. And if I have to, I'm going to push back on you. That is the part that's the problem. It's the attitude under the insecurity that's driving this whole thing. And yesterday, we had a couple of, he was wearing a muzzle yesterday because we had a couple of sessions where he was just like not going to do it. And I was determined that he was going to get on place. He was afraid of these pet cots. And I got to the point where I was like, I'm not flipping this pet cot over for you anymore. These are games, and you're going to do this work. And it was a breakthrough for him. Now he's cool. He's chilling out on place on the cot, the thing that he was scared to death of, right? So that's what I want you to be aware of with Casey and his insecurity. So too much affection, too much time hanging out on the couch or in the bed, and I don't know if these things go on, but I do know he's on the couch. They have to be a thing of the past with him, at least for the first 30 to 60 days when he comes home. And the closer you guys stick to those guidelines, the better off you will see his behavior become. It will make him a more secure dog if you follow those guidelines, because things are more clear when there are rules and boundaries, right? If there are not rules, he's going to make them up on his own. And remember, he's a dog. So he's not good at making up rules. They're going to do what they want, like what feels good. That's what dogs do. So you've got to be there, guiding him, advocating for him, and, doing the work along with him. This is hard work. Everyone in the household is making changes because you have to in order for these behaviors the changes to stick and to become the default behaviors that you want, right? The nipping and the biting doesn't always necessarily go away with training because he's rehearsed this for so long and he is 2 years old. But you can replace it with better choices, and the longer you pattern those choices, then it becomes the muscle memory, and it becomes the default behavior that we're looking for. So we're looking for him to choose to do things that, create that calm state of mind, for him to be on place when the UPS man comes. And if he's barking, you're going to bonk him and park him on place and utilize a back tie if you need to. Back ties are there for a reason. They're a tool. It's another tool that we use to help our dogs that are not going to, follow through unless we have those tools in place. So have a game plan. Start looking at what are the scenarios where Casey and also Finn, like what are those situations where they really lose their marbles? I know Finn barks at people a lot. I know Casey does too. Start thinking of, okay, where will I put the pet cot? Where can I use a back tie, that's secure, that I can clip to him and on his collar when I know people are coming. And I will be giving, everybody gets a back tie. You guys get a long line, a back tie. You get the prong collar, the e-collar, the safety clip. I'll show you the safety clip later. That's a whole nother video. And I'll do a little live on that too. But start thinking of, where am I giving my dogs too much affection? Where do I need to dial that back? This is serious business for both Casey and for Finn. Finn's extremely young. You can nip a lot of this in the bud by, you're just going to have to change his lifestyle up. Casey's rehearsed this for a lot longer, and his issues are obviously more severe. That's why he's here for longer. Biting is just something that we can't do, especially when the dog is this big. So that's kind of it, guys. We are going on a field trip today. Finn's going to Petco with me. Finn is going to be a dog. When you take him out in public, Karen, you're going to tell people you can't pet him, and you will not let him get near people. You'll be utilizing the prong collar and the e-collar to support you. And I'm going to show you a whole bunch of things. You're going to love the prong collar. It really keeps him close. But e-collar is a tool that you're going to layer on top of that that's going to be super helpful in allowing you to take him places like the park and to the Petco, because you want to get him out and have him be social. You want him to see the world. It's good for him. It will make him, a confident, well-rounded, more balanced dog if you can get him out. And then with Casey, we're going to be doing some outside work today, working on his recall. Recall to place outside makes things more challenging, and that's what we'll be doing. I hope you guys have a great day, and I will be posting later. See you.